Hello friends, welcome to my studio. Today we're going to make this super cute and super fun card. It's called the Z Fold Flip. It's called the Z because this is the Z and the flip. It's so fun, it's so cute. Let's get started. Are you ready to make this totally cute card? It's called a Z Fold Flip. It's called the Z because this is a Z, and it's called the flip. This is the flip. To get started on this card, you're going to need a card base and cut that at 11 by 4 1/4. We'll score it at the usual place at 5 1/2, but then we're going to make a second score at 8 1/4, which is halfway between the front panels. So that's 8 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then you're going to need a second card base that's 7 1/2 by 3 1/2, and we're going to score that at 3 3/4, which is halfway. And now here's the fun part. You need to decorate it with some designer paper. This is from the 2016-2018 In Color Designer Series paper stack. It has lots of fun patterns. I'm using two of the colors. I'm using Dapper Denim and Emerald Envy. You're going to need first this piece that's going to go on your biggest part, and it's cut at 5 1/4 by 4. This is before you fold it, so you can put everything on what looks like the face of the card. That's the fun diagonals. And now my two polka dotted pieces are cut at 2 1/2 by 4, and we're going to place those on the two smaller sections. Whoa. How fun is that? It's looking good, isn't it? Now, for the second piece, we actually want the fold line to be on the right side because it's going to flip open backwards. So I'm going to use this fun script in the Emerald Envy, which is on the back side of the fun polka dots. And we're going to put it so that it opens backwards. This piece is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. You want the 3 1/2 goes horizontally and the 3 1/4 goes up and down. And that's going to be really important because it's just slightly wider than it is tall. And then you can use your bold folder to fold the super duper terrific card here. You're going to fold it in the normal way that you would fold it. And then you're going to fold it up on itself. So you can see that this one will go in here. This is the Z, and then this is the flip. But we need to do a little stamping to make all of this work. We'll start with, we're going to need a little circle. That's going to be our closure that it'll flip in there. So that'll be our closure, and I cut that with my Big Shot in the stitch shaped framelits. There's 12 pieces in here, 4 squares, 4 ovals, and 4 circles. I use the next to the biggest oval, and if you look real closely, you can see the stitching on that. This is perfect for the stamp set I'm going to use. And I also wanted a nice mat, so I'm coordinating it with the layering circles. This is a scallop circle. There's 16 pieces in that piece. And so that'll layer right on there. Then we're going to stamp it with our Jet Black Stays On ink. And this super duper stamp set, it's called Your Sublime. Love this set. It has all kinds of cute little images. So it has a cute little frog, which we're going to use, or toad. I guess it's actually a toad because it says totally awesome. And then we have the Glamper, which Follow Your Heart, the have a snappy day with the crab, and your sublime with the submarine, and then this fun wheelbarrow with loads of thanks with the little posies in. So this set is retiring May 31st or while supplies last, so it won't be available a lot longer. We're going to miss it. We'll ink this up. Woohoo! That is totally awesome. And then we'll color this handsome little fella. I like to use my clear blocks as a painting palette. I'll put a little bit of Emerald Envy ink on there. On my plate here. Okay. And then we'll use our blender pen, pull that color out, and we'll begin coloring our little toad, or I'm actually making him look a little more froggy with the green. But it's still totally awesome. Better. And then you can clean off your blender pen by just rubbing it across. Then I'm going to use my Dapper Denim marker. Oh, how did I get that little pop up there? So the wide band is where the brush tip end, which we're going to use, and then this little skinny band is the fine tip, which you can get in tight little places or for writing. But I just want to color in a real saturated Dapper Denim color his polka dots. How fun is that? Then we can put this on our little scallop circle. We want to put him on with some dimensionals so that it pops up and we can slide our card under. But you only want to put the dimensionals on the left side because you want to have room to slide it under. So we'll put those there. And we're going to set that aside. We're going to stamp the inside of our little flap. We're going to use a completely different stamp set. This is called Balloon Adventures, which coordinates with the balloon pop-up dies, but we're not using those today. They make fun little balloon pop-ups in this fun little card. We're just going to use a stamp set. We're going to use the fun balloons. We're going to use some of the sayings and just have fun with it. When I use photopolymer, I like to use a matte because it gives a little cushion and you get much better images that way. So we'll stamp, here's to another year full of adventures. And we're going to go ahead and color in another year. That fun two-tone. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And ta-da! That looks fabulous. We'll put this on the inside of our flap. Now remember, it's important that the flap is actually on the right side so it looks like it's going on backwards. This piece of cardstock that I cut to stamp this on is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So the 3 1/2 is the horizontal and the 3 1/4 is the up and down. And I also want to stamp, while I have this out, I want to stamp a balloon. This is also from the Balloon Adventure stamp set. And we're going to punch that out. It coordinates with the balloon bouquet punch, at least the big balloon. And we'll punch that. This is going to give us a second clasp and a little fun party balloon. Don't you just love that polka dotted balloon? Now, on the balloon, if you want to use it as a second clasp, you only want to put your dimensionals on the right side. So sort of the opposite of the toad. And we'll put that aside. And that leaves just one piece left. And that's going to be our little banner. To do that, we need the triple banner punch. And I've cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock, 1 1/2 inches by 4 inches. And you want to slide that in the little ditch for the 1 1/2 inch. Make sure that it's all the way back and punch. You have a nice banner punch. Now you want to stamp this as close to the flag as you can because this is going to be tucked under the circle. We're going to stamp that with Emerald Envy ink. Yes, nice little happy font. Now that all that's left is to put our card together. So to do that, you always start with your flip, and you want to figure out where you want that. I like to have a little bit of the designer paper shown because it's happy and it's fun. So we'll turn that over, put that where we want it, and then this is going to be tucked under the frog. So you need to figure out where you want that frog to tuck that under. Pop him on. This banner, oops, oopsie, oopsie. This banner we're going to place on the outside of our flap. And then all that's left is this cute little balloon. Ta-da! There is our Z-fold flip flap card. Remember, the Z is here and the flip is here. How fun is that? Thanks for stopping by and have a fabulous day.